Hey fans, it's me Aaron for a comic show. It's the first Wednesday of September, and this week was awesome. It's all about Donny Cates at Marvel. Thanos Legacy, #1. It's a one-shot, but it deals with what happened with Thanos after Cates' run and before Infinity War. So that story is here. It's great. It touches on some other things that Cates has worked on, like his Doctor Strange run, and I really liked it. I really liked it a lot. And the backup story is Jerry Dugan, and it's stuff to do with Infinity War. And that's all well and good. That's great. But the biggest deal is what Cates was announced on next, which is his huge Guardians of the Galaxy run is coming. We don't know who's going to be on the team. There's just this huge spread with 35 characters, and everyone's there. People are there that are dead. I don't know. It's nuts. I'm excited. Cates can do no wrong. We also have this Thanos Legacy cover, which is George Perez, who you guys know did Infinity Gauntlet, which was huge, and Thanos is holding the gauntlet on this. Also by Cates, Cosmic Ghost Rider #3. This is more batshit crazy than the first two. It's just more and more and more nuts. And yes, there is a Jugger duck, and he's ducking unstoppable. It's just ridiculous, but it's fun. And the ending of this issue, crazy cliffhanger. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Like I said, Cates can do no wrong. I'm loving everything he's doing, and I just want more. Also, Cates, Death of the Inhumans. Inhumans was a book that I wasn't really enjoying much. It seemed like they were pushing Inhumans on us kind of as a replacement to X-Men. Some of that could have been just warped perspective, but when you're calling the book Uncanny Inhumans and there's no Uncanny X-Men at the time, it's kind of like, well, what are you doing here? This has been hitting on all cylinders, major deaths, and this issue does not disappoint. They're finally regrouping. The Inhumans are finally gathering allies, or a very special ally, to do something. And the cliffhanger of this was great. I was surprised and very happy about it. It was fun. This Avengers #7, it's a one-shot, and it's the origin of the writer, the Ghost Rider on the Woolly Mammoth from, what, 10 million BC? I don't know, lots of zeros. 10 million BC, it's the start of those Avengers towards the end, but this is really his origin through the whole thing. It's also the origin of another character in the Marvel Universe that we haven't seen with the BC characters yet, and I liked it. I liked it a lot. And this was visually the coolest character that Jason Aaron came up with his BC Avengers, and the entire issue is this character. If you weren't reading his book, you can pick this up and still get a great issue that you enjoy, and also get the collection. The collection comes out in a couple weeks, so get that for the first 6 and have 7 ready to go. And then finally for Marvel, Cullen Bunn's Ask Guardians of the Galaxy. It is an Infinity Wars tie-in. There's a Frog Thor. Yes, it's a weird team. Yes, they all have a relationship to Asgard, and there's strange things going on with Asgard and their dead gods and all that stuff. So if you like Asgardian stuff, you should get it. And there is a big reveal of a mystery character ally on the team that it throws it all on its ear. A friend told me and spoiled it for me before I had a chance to read it, so I'm not going to spoil that for you because it is pretty ridiculous. And if you liked different runs of Thor with all the different incarnations of things, it's one of those characters, and you will like that. So moving on to DC. Look at this, DC Nation. #4 is out. We'll have it for free. It's in 21 days. One of these characters die. I'm calling Arsenal because just from the clues that I've seen, that's what I think. Yes, I've read a preview PDF, but it was only 17 pages. And I only saw the massacre of minor deaths. I don't know which one of these characters dies, for sure, at all. And anyway, I'm speculating who it is. It better not be frickin' Booster Gold, though. But anyway, in 21 days, if you live in Orlando, one of these characters die, but Clay Mann could be your crisis counselor for Heroes in Crisis #1. He'll be here to sign, and you can cry to him about your dead favorite character. He will be here. He'll be signing those issues. He'll be signing any other book that he's done. We don't care if you bought it from us or not. Batman, whatever. Just buy Heroes in Crisis 1 from us because it'll be the day that it comes out, September 26th, Wednesday, from 6 to 8. Just buy that one book from us. Just buy it from us. We might be putting it up in a nice hotel that night. I don't know. But it's going to be a great issue, and you can read all about the issue with no spoilers in this free magazine. Moving on, Justice League 7. This is the finale of the first arc. And they brought Chung back from the first issue on art. Snyder just hit everything, hit every point that he's built up for this all-in-one issue. Huge crescendo, and it satisfied. It truly satisfied. I'm ready for more, but all the points that were brought up in the first issue were touched on here, and I loved it. Moving on, Adventures in Super Sons. This is a fun book. I like that there are child-age villains of all their main villains, of Batman and Superman's villains, for these guys to fight, the Super Sons. There's an explanation of who they are and where they've come from, and that is also enjoyable. If you want something kind of lighthearted, get this book. I enjoyed it. Now, lighthearted, but I know it's going to end poorly. Batman 54. Dick Grayson, Nightwing, comes to Bruce and tries to get him out of his funk. Tries to get him to just stop being such a sad sack about Selina. And it doesn't really work, but he might smile a little. Has a lot of stuff about Bruce bringing Dick Grayson out of his trauma of seeing his parents die. And the book is very smart, very well written. I've also read issue 55, except for the last 2 pages that DC redacted. And I know that there was a solicit for, I think it's Nightwing 50, that says, after the tragic, horrific injury that Dick Grayson suffers in Batman 55, which has to happen on those last 2 pages that I haven't read, ... I don't want to know. This was so heartwarming that I worry. I worry what's going to happen. I worry that we're going to have a new Oracle with Dick Grayson, but I'm sure the writers know what they're doing. The Dreaming. This is the first Sandman Universe issue after that one-shot Sandman Universe. I really liked it. I really liked the new character. I like, there was a great scene in here that not only made me laugh out loud, but made me take a shot of it on my phone and send it to my friends, the other employees that work here, to say, look at this shit. Look how ridiculous it is. This is so freaking funny. Even out of context, it's hilarious. This book is very well done. I'm excited for what's coming with Sandman, and I think The Dreaming will be the book to get of all 4 books. The other books might be good, but this seems like the book that is following the main storyline with what's going on with The Dreaming, with Dream. Obviously, it's called The Dreaming, but what the heck is going on? Why did he abandon his post, and what happened next? Bordertown. This is the first new Vertigo book. It was super freaking weird. It was so weird. It's in Arizona, and everyone knows that Arizona has its issues. It was the last state in the union to make Martin Luther King Day a holiday. Yeah, it was a national holiday, but it was the last state to ratify that for its state. And, you know, there's problems with immigration and the border and all that stuff. And, you know, this involves all that and those political things, but also with the supernatural, also with the chupacabra, that stuff, that's in here. So it's very weird, very Vertigo, and also somewhat political. So warning, you might enjoy it. I thought it was clever. I enjoyed it. Check it out. And then 2 Bendis books, Bendis Overload, Bendis creator-owned books. This, United States of Murder, Inc., I used to read when it was through Icon, Marvel sub-imprint. Now it's coming out through Jinx World, a DC sub-imprint, because Bendis went to DC. And it starts with a new character, I read the other stuff. I swear to God I read the other stuff. I remember enjoying it. I remember it was a America that things fell apart, and everything was based on assassinations and whatnot. They really need to get this trade out. The trade's coming soon. Yes, you can read this without ever reading anything else, and it's a good start with new characters doing badass stuff. But for me, kind of remembering the earlier stuff and wanting to remember it more and thinking, why the hell did I smoke so much weed? I really want to read the past stuff again, but I really think you could get into this if you're curious. Cool cover, cool concept, and that's that. So I don't know. Check it out. If you read the past stuff and you remember it, you probably will really enjoy it. And cover, this is completely new. Mac and Bendis, great collaborators. I like this. I like this one a lot. It's called Cover, and yes, that is a asinine title. Asinine. And here's how. Try searching that in any search. I go to the Diamond Retailer site. Oh, when's Cover coming out? Cover number 1. Pulls up 100 things. Anything. Any variant cover of anything. It's ridiculous. The book's hidden, and it's about a cover artist. A comic book cover artist that goes, to cons all over the world, who's actually a spy. An actual spy for the CIA. And that's his cover. Is that he's a cover artist. And that's why he's in Istanbul, because Istanbul paid for him first class to go there, all expenses, to do a comic convention. But this starts at the beginning of things. It starts at the beginning where he is at conventions, just a cover artist, and getting recruited. So I'm not spoiling it. This is all the pitch. This is all stuff you could have read in the solicitation. But I'm saying it was executed very well. Obviously, the art's beautiful. You get to see some of the art of the artist character in the book, in pages, which is obviously Mac's art. And it's definitely worth the price of admission. And David Mack is known as a cover artist, but he's actually drawing the interiors of this. So I would say this is a book to check out this week. I really liked it. The concept, great. The execution, even better. For Image, Bully Wars #1. This is Scotty Young's new book. Yeah, he did I Hate Fairyland, which ended with issue 20, and that was a mature reader book. This is an all-ages book. It's, it's edgy. It's a book for all ages if their parents are cool. If their parents are cool and won't get hung up about, farts and buggers and all that kind of stuff. It's a town where there's some bad bullies, and the main bully goes to high school and now he's being bullied. There's bigger bullies, and there's a bully war coming up. And will this bully have to team up with the kids he picked on, the nerds, us, so that he can maintain his identity and be able to still be a bully? And why would they help him? I don't know. The first issue was great, and Scotty Young is not on interior art. It's Aaron Connolly. Aaron Connolly's a great artist. I've known him for a long time. He's done a lot of cool stuff, Samurai Swordsman, but it's fun. It's weird. It's like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, except with just more pop culture, more Verb, more Scotty Young. So check that out. That's fun. Read that with your kids if you have kids. And then Walking Dead, 2-punch. You got an issue that's all Michonne, and zombies are actually in it. And you have Trade 30 out this week too. And then finally, the multi-award-winning book, Monstrous. I mean, look at all these awards on the back. One, every Eisner was in for this San Diego Comic-Con, and deservingly so. Volume 3 is out. We will have a special on Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3. Check it out if you're not already getting it. And if you're local, remember, Heroes in Crisis, #1, the very handsome and talented Clay Mann will be here. And seriously, Google search Clay Mann, 2 N's in man. He is so freaking handsome, it's ridiculous. And he will be here to sign for you. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.